Okay, this is the January 2nd, 2013 Easthampton Licensing Board meeting. The time is 6:05. And like I said, I got it just written here, but I already did like to make a motion to open the meeting.
That's it. All in favor?
Oh, aye.
So, do you want to start, why don't we wait on the minutes until Billy gets here?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do the other ones.
So, Northampton Chamber of Commerce, do we have someone here? Hello. Hello. So, let us know what's going on.
Well, it's our networking event. We're applying for a day liquor license. I believe the Easthampton Chamber does similar things on a monthly basis. This is going to be the Easthampton Savings Bank at their new location. They're also one of our primary members. Now, I'm new at this, and I'm new at the Chamber, so if you have specific questions, let me know.
So, it's just going to be an event.
A simple, yeah, they are the host site. They will take care of all the details in hosting the event, but it is considered a chamber event.
But it's at the Savings Bank's new location?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And it's going to be February 6th. I have no question.
You're all welcome to come.
I have.
Then I would make a motion that we grant the one-day wine and malt special license to the Northampton Greater Chamber of Commerce for February 6, 2013.
I second that.
In favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You can sign in blue, right?
Absolutely.
Planning board was always stick with black.
Yeah, and I didn't put the little things on there. There should be another page too for signature. Sorry about that.
No, you did. Bureaucracy.
I misplaced my agenda.
Oh, yeah, I'll have the next one.
So you got 2 pages there. Blue and white. Okay, that's it.
As soon as we're done here. So if you don't mind waiting for a moment, I'll make a copy and you can take it with you.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay, then you'll have it. And we're going to do John next, so if you know, just a couple minutes.
That's great, thank you.
Just rushing out into the cold. Okay, so second up is the Easthampton Rod and Gun Club.
Correct.
So we're going to try again.
Yeah, Mother Nature looks like it's going to work this time. But that's it. We've got a one-day derby at the end of January with the South Hadley fishing game, and then ours is on a 2-day in February, President's Day weekend. And that's it.
When is it?
The second one is in February.
Oh, there's 2.
There's
two.
three.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I figured if it was all right to come in for one for...
Yeah.
Let me just give them the dates. The dates are all on here.
January 22nd,
Here they are.
26th, February 16th,
Right.
and February 7th.
And here's that's the other signature page, so it's easier to read on that.
Right. Okay. Good. So you never ended up using the license last year?
No, neither one.
Yeah.
No.
Were you refunded the money?
No.
The dates, okay.
So,
Those are the
Okay.
dates.
at our loss, I guess.
It's too bad.
Insurance should cover that.
Do we, I mean, it's the Easthampton Rod and Gun Club applying for 3 separate licenses. Do we need to have 3 separate motions?
No.
Okay, good.
signed it in the wrong place, Karen.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's the only one, the other ones are the ones. That's perfect.
So Ray, do you have any questions? January 26th, February 16th, February 17th?
No, I have no questions.
I'm going to make a motion that we grant the one-day licenses for those separate dates to the Easthampton Rod and Pet Club.
I second all of them.
Favor?
I
Opposed?
Sure it's so easy for you guys.
Yeah, now you just got to wait for the water to freeze.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll have this warm place.
Those are for you.
No, I'll go out there. It's not bad, really, if you trust me.
So they only have one of these?
Yeah, if
Okay.
you put all the dates, and
Make-
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the information for me, so it's easy. One is perfect, I don't need three.
This is their certificate of insurance.
Perfect.
You work outside and you stay out there, it's not bad, but it's in and out, that's when it's really gets bad.
This is my first official winter without being pregnant.
Oh.
So I'm like, wow, it's a lot colder. I'm not carrying around all that extra baby.
Do you get a lot of good-sized fish when they...
Oh yeah, we have gotten some nice pike have been regenerating in there pretty well. And the bass,
I'll be back in 1 second.
we've got some nice bass out of there inside the oxbow. The largemouth are in there a lot. There's, I think, one of the last derbies we got some pinfish. Because the kids that fish don't have to meet as high a level, so we, especially like we do that on the pond too. We'll fill out the forms for them so they get a pin from the state for catching them. But we've gotten some 6 and 7 pound largemouths out of there, and the smallmouths that are primarily in the river, they've been around 4 plus. So there's some good ones, and the pike have really come back a lot. Gotten some 38 inchers, and
Wow.
so.
I know my son-in-law
There you go.
and his group of friends are out. He's right there.
What's that
Very
too,
much,
John?
yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really enjoys it.
Oh, it's nice, and like you say, if the camaraderie's there, fishing's always just a bonus. And usually everybody has a little libation to keep you warm.
Well, that's what he said. Everybody sort of stick together.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill. How are you? Good.
Right.
Good luck. I'm gonna get a quick copy.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Hi, Mr. Sullivan. How are you? Good, thanks. And yourself? Good. All right, have a nice one. folks.
Okay, take care.
Billy, how are you?
Good. Good. Easy. Okay, we got that.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I know it's not private time, proper time to do this, but I'd like to congratulations to Mr. Sullivan for being a marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Oh, congratulations.
And I didn't even know you were Irish.
So don't start bringing, autographed pictures and all that.
Did I miss anything? We just did the one-day licenses for there, but we didn't go over the minutes. Yeah, so we thought we'd wait for you to open minutes and of course for the public hearing.
I assume we haven't gotten any other complaints from the police department about
Have you received anything this month?
about Luther?
You take them?
No, I hear it, right. That's yours. January 2nd. And we did send them a letter?
So we're going to draft that letter, right, Mr. Sullivan?
Which one?
To Luthiers.
Yeah, I've got it for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's all right, it's,
But there have been no other complaints?
no,
No.
we haven't received any.
No. Here, those $3. Wait, Karen, on this thing, new business under for the complaint that we received from Glendale Street,
Uh-huh,
I think we should also send a copy to Mrs. Witt.
we did, that's the complaint.
Oh, okay, all right.
I think it's at the very last sentence.
Okay, yes, all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't have that.
You just put them all away.
No, it's in your minutes.
You put all the
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
away. And those are updated licenses.
Okay,
You
good.
might already have them.
No, no, I
Sometimes
don't.
there's
I-
slight changes in them, but...
Okay.
Yeah, that's all the stuff I just
All
gave you
right.
tonight, right? Want me to find it for you? Well, there's more. That's the minutes. And then the licenses are there too. Those are just reading.
I'll just put that against this here, which is,
And I'm gonna attach those to the minutes, okay? Because those are the ones, like, for our records.
Okay.
Because those are
Yes.
the ones that were all approved, and they are all listed, and it shows the
okay, yeah,
entertainments and so on and so forth, okay?
Okay. all right. Okay, you got the cardio too, okay.
Yeah.
I got my card right here.
Then we can talk about those
Okay,
if
yeah.
any changes.
Okay.
Is there any way I can reapply for that actually license?
You could bring it up, sure, you know?
All right, where are we now?
We're right at the 6:15 public hearing.
Okay.
Okay, we have a public meeting now for 6:15 for Lyman and Lyman Incorporation, DVA Risk Joint Financial License request.
Make a motion, we open the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Mike, can you let us know where you want? Just so we...
Okay. I'm Jeff Cahill, co-owner of Lyman and Lyman Inc., which owns Riff's Joint as well as the Hideaway Lounge. We are currently holders of a seasonal all liquor license. We went through this committee and the state to get legislative action to apply for a annual liquor license. I have received that legislation, so now we are coming back to this committee to proceed forward.
Do we have any discussion on it?
Michael, you said you have access to handicap bathrooms, right?
Yes.
Okay, I know where those are. Okay. I'm glad that you do because one of our regulations (6-32), the licensing board shall encourage all liquor license holders to provide handicapped accessibility when feasible and shall consider handicapped accessibility as a factor when considering new license applications. That's all I have to say.
Well, since the application was endorsed by this committee and endorsed by the city council and signed by the mayor and the legislature and presumably the governor, and
then I would say war we to argue. I just want to make one thing perfectly clear, that the over-quota licenses have to originate with permission from the licensing board to proceed forward. It's not an automatic granting of a license after all the processes has gone through. It still comes back to this board for approval. It's just like issuing a new license. Only this license is particularly chained to one specific location. Okay.
Is that the new license?
This is the governor's approval of the legislative action to grant an over-quota license to the city of Easthampton for this particular address.
Now, Jeff, did you have to go to the State House?
I did.
What's the policy there? Because
New
I,
requirement. No.
It's
New
it's
requirement.
a requirement from the chairman of that committee, actually. It's not like a law or anything.
yeah,
So if the new chairman comes in, he may not require that, and actually Representative Sybeck and Senator Nappig are very opposed to that, and they brought it up with him, but you go and you have about a 15-second hearing, you know.
I was gonna say, how did it go?
rubber stamp and you're out the door.
Those two on that committee, they're like a comedy team though, so it was almost worth it going down there just to hear, you know, the two.
Oh, I encourage anyone to go down to
Go
the
at
State
it,
House.
you know, they're pretty funny.
It'll be fun to watch democracy in action.
Oh, yeah. I used to go there, I used to sit there and watch it. Oh, my God.
That was the first time I'd ever been there, actually, which kind of surprised me. I figured I would have gone on a field trip as a kid or something, but I don't think I ever had.
So then, is there any other discussion? I'd make a motion that we approve the liquor license for, well, technically they're
Lyman.
Lyman. Second business has Riffs for the auto license.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Sign.
He just brought up one more point. He wanted to know if tonight would be a good time to apply for the entertainment license. He didn't end up getting it the last time, so now it would be annual with his calendar. We had,
How have the nights gone?
they didn't end up.
Oh, you didn't do it?
He didn't end up
No, we
doing it.
didn't get it.
Okay, all right.
Decided to wait.
Okay. All right. So you have an application for an entertainment license?
The one I have was, you know, I
Okay,
still have
yeah.
that,
I would
and
have to
actually it
fill out a
was
new one, probably.
Well,
approved, so
you
you didn't
can-
know if that's something that you could approve tonight, or if he needs to come back to you and
No, I think that application, in other words, you just didn't,
use the one.
yeah, I think we gave approval.
Right,
With certain conditions,
Yes.
right.
okay?
That's
Monday through
correct.
Thursday, no entertainment after 10 o'clock, okay? And then,
To be renewed when he renews his license.
I think that's the better idea instead of wasting our time
but
and
his
your
now
time coming
doesn't
down.
renew in March or April, and
Yeah.
now
Do
okay.
it all at the
everybody
same
else's.
time.
Sure, no
So,
problem.
so you're okay with that? So
Yeah.
if he's just to pay the
Yeah,
calendar
because-
fee,
Yeah, for this year.
Yeah. Is that okay for you, John?
Yeah, that's good.
Do it all at once.
Yeah.
And I would only suggest to the board that if things go well, we review this matter in 6 months. And then, you know, if there's no problem, we remove the restrictions.
Is that a motion?
No, it's just a suggestion to the board, that's all.
We should, now what was that, should you want to review?
Well, yeah, review
see
the
if
conditions,
we-
the special conditions that are on there. You know, I mean, the entertainment goes Monday through Thursday up to 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
right, the way you approved it.
Yeah,
Okay, and if the board doesn't mind, what I could do before we leave tonight is I could just put it together.
Yeah,
That
you
way we
just-
get your signature,
Yeah.
and then,
yeah, it's good to go. Yeah,
Okay,
that's a
then
great idea.
because their calendar, January to,
January, December 31st.
Right.
Yeah, they're okay.
okay.
So, we don't
You want to come
actually,
in tomorrow for it or whatever?
Yeah.
we don't actually have to vote on it since we already have.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we did, because it
Yeah,
was,
you did vote on it.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay, well, we can bring the check tomorrow for that.
You're right, you know it's $100 and you know it's calendar. Okay, and I'll try to prepare it tonight after the meeting, so that I don't have to have the board come back in, okay?
Great. Thank you.
All right, good luck.
Kristen, I don't know if you brought yours, I have a copy of yours too. I didn't know,
Take care, Jeff.
come on down.
Okay, so now, listen, first of all, we need to sign these right here.
Right, I didn't know if you had yours, so I have the copy.
Do you need this one?
Yeah, that goes with the Form 43. Yes, that goes with all that, all the
Okay.
paperwork. I mean,
I think that's a good idea, riffs everything at once. Liquor
well,
license.
they if you look at all our licenses, when you're looking at the list, they all go annually. you
Yeah.
know? So, calendar. The seasonals were a little different. So, while you're signing this, maybe I can just give you a little update. What Jeff had done is, I'm sure everyone knows how timely this whole thing was with the legislative trying to get the governor to, everyone to sign it. What Jeff had decided to do, Lyman and Lyman, is to go ahead and get it in the newspaper and take a chance that, get it in the newspaper, notify all the butters, and that it would be signed in time for the meeting, which, as you know, the governor just signed it, the 28th?
Yeah.
Friday. So, he took it upon himself to do that, and it ended up working out for him. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way for Kristen, so she's here tonight, and again, it wouldn't be a problem at all. She's got the same approval, but she, doesn't have the 10 days notice to the abutters and the ad.
Yeah, but we haven't,
Right, so that's why Kristen's here tonight,
Okay, all right.
to talk to the board regarding that. In other words, that's why her application is not here,
Okay, all right.
okay? So
Okay.
I just figured while you're signing that, I would kind of bring you up to speed on that.
you just
So-
need these two, right? But Ray needs to sign them. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I already did.
All right, so just two signatures, right?
Yes, yes, and do, like, the Form 43 and duplicate,
You'll
thank
have
you.
the license that we'll sign tonight.
What,
Oh, that's the entertainment.
the entertainment,
right.
yeah, that won't take you long after the meeting if you don't mind waiting. Okay, so that leads us into Kristen.
Evening, gentlemen. As you know, we have pursued the overquota license. It has passed through all of the state legislature and was signed by the governor on Friday. And as per the ABCC rules, after it's signed by the governor, we come to request a hearing on our application. So this evening, I'm asking that you work with us to schedule a meeting to hear our application before February, so that we can try and process this as quickly as possible and keep our business open and our staff with jobs.
Well, I'm against scheduling other meetings. Okay, our meetings are set the first Wednesday of each month. It's a lot easier for everybody to remember that. And Kristen, I would be amenable to signing this license and voting for it. Two things, okay? A handicapped accessible bathroom, and a review of the outdoor dining. I want to review what we have for paperwork here to see if it's in conformance with the state ABCC rules now, which specifically address outdoor dining. I haven't seen that original proposal because I wasn't here for those meetings, okay? But those are two concerns that I have. If they're in line and if you can do that, I'd be happy to vote for this, okay? I'm just telling you that now.
Well, I'd be happy to address that. The ABCC has sent out an inspector to inspect our premises. That includes both bathrooms as well as the outdoor dining area. And it met all ABCC standards and expectations for that inspection. That was done back in the fall and it still applies now. In fact, this new license does not require additional inspection because we've met all requirements.
You met them all.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
fire inspection, building inspection, and ABCC inspection.
Okay, well, what did they say about the outdoor dining?
The outdoor dining is, I'm not sure what you're asking. It met all requirements in terms of space, exits, safety, security, everything was met.
I'd like to see the premises to see if you have a view from where the bar is out to that area, you know.
There's a window located right there as well as a door with a window.
That's what I'd like to do, is if I could see that, you know, but I don't think I can't vote for it without handicapped accessible bathroom. That's just my feeling. Because this is a new license, and I think I said that at the meeting.
I completely appreciate that.
That's all. I mean, you know, that's just my feeling.
At this stage, sir, I'm requesting that we schedule a meeting to meet on this and discuss this at a public hearing.
Well, what about our meeting in February?
I understand that there's a meeting for February, but because time is of the essence, our seasonal license finishes on January 15th. That would force our business to close on January 15th. If we wait until the February meeting, we further delay action that would then move to the ABCC.
Did you renew your annual license?
We don't have.
Ours is seasonal,
That's
so it
why we're
doesn't renew
here.
till March.
Oh.
I'm not opposed to meeting before February. I have no problems with that. One question I do have for Mr. Sullivan about the handicapped bathrooms, and I brought this up before. The ABCC is fine.
Oh, no.
Hold on,
Okay.
let me finish. If the building inspector is fine, if the fire inspector is fine, then what you read in section 6.32, I would underline that it says encourage.
Yes.
Okay? And I have no problems with encouraging them to do it, because I think for their business to thrive, it'd probably be great for them to have a handicap bathroom in there. But, you know, I think that, because what I got from what you were saying is that you would not be inclined to approve the license if they didn't put it in a handicap bathroom. And I just don't see where that's our place.
We only have very limited rules and regulations.
Understood.
Okay? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 regulations since 1999.
Okay.
And to me, one of the reasons that they put this handicapped access into our rules and regulations was because so many people require it from new buildings that are going up in Northampton, on King Street, okay? Handicapped accessible spaces in businesses, okay? It means a lot to the people who are disadvantaged and handicapped.
Understood.
And I'm a firm believer that if we have adopted it, then it's really important, and it means something to me. That's all I'm saying. You know, I can be outvoted. It's
fine.
You have that right.
All I'm saying is that the word encourage is in there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Number two is, I can tell you, I'm a plumber. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm in the plumbing trade, and if the plumbing and local plumbing inspector isn't mandating, and if the local building inspector isn't mandating that, then I don't see where it's in our purview to deny a license in which someone has gone through quite a bit of work to get at all. But that's all I'm saying. And I mean, maybe this is a discussion we need to have at a public hearing. You know,
No, I don't think so. This is a rule and regulation that this committee has adopted, and it's for a good reason, because there is a lot of attention to people who are handicapped, and we're trying to accommodate them and give them the access to everything else that the public is encouraged to give to them. And if we don't do it, then shame on us. And that's just the way I feel.
and I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, that's all.
No doubt.
Just
I
a personal
appreciate
feeling. And if it said, don't take guns to a meeting, I would hope that they had
Or
a
if they
metal
say,
detector here, you
Don't
know?
encourage people to bring a gun. to the
Yeah,
meeting.
right. I mean, you know, I would encourage that. If they put them in,
All right,
they're
well,
encouraged.
so the question's been asked. Is the board willing to push up our meeting a little bit earlier to accommodate the applicant?
And I've already said, I don't have a problem with it, just give me the date.
The earliest that Kristen could do it would be 2 weeks from tonight. And that would give her time to get her ad in the newspaper on Saturday and
you can do
notify her
that?
butters.
Yes, I've spoken with the Gazette today. It'll run on Saturday if we make a decision this evening.
And that would, be the earliest that
Again, I've said,
she could.
if the applicant can get all the paperwork in order, I don't have a problem with meeting them.
I don't know, but what is it, the 30th? When Heather and Jim come here?
Right.
We can change this regulation.
Change what regulation?
The one that says encourage.
I don't see why we need to change it at all.
No, I'm just saying, if the discussion, because that's what we seem to be discussing right now.
You want to take it out? Take it out?
No, I think it's fine just the way it is, because the language is saying to encourage. Because in no way, shape, or form should the Liquor License Commission be in charge of whether or not there should be a handicap bathroom there. It's just not what we do. We have to rely, and I go back on, my past history and other boards in Easthampton, is that what you have to do is you have to rely on other city boards, commissions, and agencies to do those types of things. It's just not what we're here to do.
Well, we have the building inspector, we got the plumbing inspector, we got the ABC that turned around and said yes.
That's good enough for me. And that's why I say that's the reason why the language in this is to say to encourage. It's not like shall not or cannot. It's encourage, meaning, hey, we really think it'd be a good idea for you to put a handicap bathroom in there.
And I completely appreciate that. And with a license to sell alcohol year-round, we should hopefully create enough revenue that that's a distinct possibility in the near future. Without an annual license, that revenue will never be there.
Good answer. So, do we want to schedule it for 2 weeks from, it's 2 weeks from today?
That would be the earliest. And what's the date,
It'll be
Kristen?
January 6th, or January 16th, Wednesday.
That's right, January 16th is the earliest that she would be able to have everything ready.
Are we in agreement? Or no?
I'm sticking to the schedule of meetings at,
First Wednesday of every month.
yeah, I mean, it was, wait a minute. If you want, I'll read the minutes from,
But you don't need to.
well, no, wait a minute, we just voted on it in November.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we changed meetings before.
Yeah.
We've made accommodations.
I know,
in
and
the
that's why
past.
we made a motion for meetings, because we were meeting and then somebody couldn't make it and then somebody could, so,
There's no doubt, but
yeah.
we serve on a,
A motion was made by Mr. Sullivan and seconded by Mr. Duda to schedule the licensing board meetings on the first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. The motion passed unanimously.
Yeah.
This was
Perfect.
October 3rd,
but
2012.
that doesn't mean we haven't in the
No.
past made accommodations.
No, but that's the reason that we put it into the minutes of the meeting, so you can do whatever you want. I mean,
Hey, we're a city board.
I know,
Okay,
but
we're
it's-
here to serve the citizens of the city. Yeah.
and we meet once a month for 12 months.
So if you don't get this, Kristen, by the 15th, what's your plans?
My plan is to close our business. The 20-plus employees that we have will be out of jobs until this issue is resolved.
Would you still be open with your food?
No, because
We've-
they're
We've
licensed. Oh,
explored...
there's food, yeah, the food would be available.
We've
yeah.
explored that option, but given the time of year, restaurants are typically much slower in January, February, March. Given the decrease in revenue from the sale of alcohol, it would put our staff at a reduction in wages of close to 70%. Most of them feel that that's unreasonable and would have to pursue other jobs.
Now, I think, if you don't mind, I think one of the reasons that Kristen, doesn't have her paperwork here tonight is because what was told to her, the ABCC, I don't know how to explain this right, Mr. Sapramoni from the ABCC had stated that the board cannot act on the license until it's signed by the governor, which is very true. Well, I think Kristen thought maybe that meant she couldn't apply for it until that time. So that's why she didn't go ahead and, take a chance and have everything ready and basically, it really was barely in the nick of time. But that's part of the reason she's not ready here tonight, because as you know, both of these licenses have kind of been traveling together. You know, the
Right,
hearings were
right.
together, so her request is that you meet before our February meeting. So that's what I think I'm explaining it right, that's why she doesn't have hers ready. And it is true that you couldn't act on it. Now, tonight, if you had that application before you, and the governor had not signed it, you would not have been able to even see it. Whether it's gone 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. So that's why her application isn't here. You know, she took it to mean she couldn't apply until then. But they were both approved on the same day. Their hearings were the same day.
Right.
So, and we just happened to calculate when the earliest it could happen, and it would be for Kristen at this point would be January 16th.
January 16th. And that'd be what, the 6 o'clock meeting?
Well, that's what the question is.
Yeah.
Is the board, her question to
Mr.
the
Chairman,
board
I'm
is,
asking you if you're willing to do it.
are you willing to come back an additional meeting is the question.
I have no problem
Okay. I have no problem either.
with my schedule. I don't have a problem.
So we can, because she definitely needs a quorum.
Yeah. Mr. Sullivan, we assume that you're
Well, see what
agreeable?
I'm doing on that day.
Okay.
Fine, no?
Post the meeting, but,
Sure.
okay. So, I think because it's a really particular meeting, we'll just keep it to this one item and give
Yes.
you a 6. She needs a date and a time before she advertises. So a 6 PM,
6 p.m. 's fine.
is that work for the board?
Earlier the better. And you'll just send that out as an email.
Yes. So that's 6 PM on
Yes.
January 16th. Did you want to keep it at 6 PM or did you, is that,
I'm fine with 6 p.m.
okay. Okay then, so I'll see you again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, Garrison.
Alright, and you guys wanted to go over the minutes, but I also wanted to just point out, in your own time, just some of if there's any changes. I tried to, like on the car licenses, I try to highlight them like this, so that you know this is different from last year, and then I'll take that off there. But that wasn't a surprise.
Now, what was that?
The one at 2 Oak Street.
Gee, I don't really know if we need these, do we? We need these?
That's what you're going to be reviewing. Now we're meeting on January 30th again, right? Okay. Do you have that too, the notice of that January 30th? We're meeting from 10 to noon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so,
But
You just gave it to
why, could I ask board, why are we doing it?
To review regulations. Mr. Sullivan, are you being sarcastic?
Well, I just don't know, why do we do this? It better not cost us any money. Better not cost us any money, because I'm not spending money or time to do things that we don't follow through with.
Read the language.
Encourage, yeah.
Encourage, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what we do. Does
Yeah.
not say they shall have. It says,
No.
we think it's a good idea for you to do this.
Absolutely.
And,
but
as
you
a
don't.
licensing
You don't.
commission, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up to
No.
another authority,
No,
which
because-
is in charge of building regulations, which we are not.
No, because once you do this, okay?
How many
once you
times do you have to have this argument?
Once you deviate from your
We
rules-
didn't deviate.
Well, you certainly didn't encourage her.
Well, we
No.
haven't yet because she hasn't had a public hearing.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll be the first one to say, you know what? I think
No.
it's a really good idea for you to do this. And as far as I'm concerned, that's encouragement.
Well,
And that sounds like it's going to the letter of our licensing
If you
regulations.
don't think it should be in there, take it out.
I didn't say it shouldn't be in there. I'm just saying we're not deviating from it.
Okay.
Now, when you issue this license for them,
If it's approved.
if it's approved,
Are we talking about riffs or are we
No.
talking about popcorn?
popcorn, on the Form 43, I believe it is, it has restrictions on the license, if I remember right. Whatever restriction.
I don't remember any, Ray.
I mean, that's when I was in the field. It had, put conditions of they have to do this, they have to do that.
No, there's no, I don't remember any restrictions on any of our,
Yeah, well, I know there
liquor
was, Karen.
licenses.
No, I mean, I'm not questioning you because
There's no place on the Form 43 for it.
I
The
believe it
only
was on
form,
maybe it's not the Form 43
the
or
only
something.
form that we, the only form that we, that the board signs and that we
Okay,
reprint
that's
is
not
that.
the form.
And that, there's no restrictions. Okay? There's not we don't
Okay,
have
that's
any that
that's
have any
not the
restrictions
form.
on their licenses that I know of. In case you can think of some, we could double check, right?
Yeah, no,
If
no,
one
it's-
comes to your mind, we'll double check it, we'll pull it out.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
not. It's just what I'm saying is when the license was issued, there was some boards that said they can't be open. They have to close at 12 o'clock.
Right.
They have to do this. They have to do that, and say or they can't do this and that.
Right. No, we don't have any like that.
Okay, that's
But what we did do that also goes right into that same way of thinking is after our last meeting, public hearing, I put on all the licenses, all those regulations, the time regulations.
yeah,
I
okay.
redid all the liquor, all the on-premise liquor licenses to put the hours.
Because evidently, they don't read the
Right.
rules and regulations.
So,
Right.
and the information was on there, but I listed it exactly the way it's on the regulations. So
Well, I
each
don't know if
license
we have
has
to
it.
now. I mean,
Okay,
I don't know, Ray, what do you think?
I wanted to get that entertainment.
Jason? What do you think? You know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, she's listed this on the licenses now,
Okay.
so that the license premises are, they're supposed to know them.
Right. Okay. Which
But-
generally, these types of things are enforced by public safety.
No. No. That's why, Jason, really, I think what we need to do is have all the people who hold a liquor license have these seminars given by either, I don't care, Spiffy or JBS, okay? And come once a year and learn what the rules and regulations are and what the new laws are.
Fine, that's why we're meeting
On January 30th.
January 30th, so we're gonna discuss that.
Okay. But you ought to, these are gonna be null and void then. Well, no, they will.
I wouldn't read void them out now because.
No, but I mean, when we
Yeah.
do the new ones, you either.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well,
should,
I'm sure we could adopt some of these.
yeah, well, then, I
We could
hope,
amend the document.
I hope that you will give a list to the people who are coming in. Do you plan to do that?
A list of what?
Rules and regulations, or how do you?
No, I thought what we were gonna do is we're gonna take our existing document, talk to the professionals, and they could guide us on maybe things we could take out, language we could change, language we could add to it. That's why we're doing this.
Are they also gonna give us like violation regulations so that we have
Yes, they will.
some set?
Yeah.
That'd be really helpful.
That's why, giving the warning to those
Right.
first people, we really don't have it in here.
Right,
You know?
that'd be great.
Right.
That would be a wonderful thing. Make a
Guidelines
note of that.
I'm prepared to do that. And then the board has to sit and vote, and I don't know whether you want to include the license holders in this.
Well, I mean, I don't think that that's necessary.
Neither do I, to tell you the truth, but I would like to check with them.
So
And
you
then-
want to send a letter? You said
Oh, no,
you
not
said
now.
You said you didn't want to spend any money. That's going to cost money.
Well, I don't want to spend money on stuff that we're not going to enforce.
Okay.
So you want to send a registered letter to all
No,
licensed?
no. I think we should get email addresses of all these license holders.
That's
Yeah.
actually one of the things the ABC requested this year, so
Really?
any
Yeah.
that have them, so that they can give them notifications too, but a lot of them don't use it at their business, but a lot of them did.
Yeah.
That was new on the renewal this
Great
year.
idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was,
Great idea.
it was the first year they did
And
that.
then they can send those flash things or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
It is good, or like the holiday hours.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Very
the
good
first year, yeah, first year ever. Not all of them have it, but the majority of them do.
Okay.
See, you're not full of sarcasm. You have good ideas too.
Now, you're the guy that instigates all this stuff about chaos in the meetings, you know?
I instigate
Yes, it has to be you. It's not certainly, it's not coming from me.
Are
What?
we up
Okay,
to
we
the
do-
approval of minutes?
Yes, I've reviewed the minutes.
I have to.
I reviewed the minutes for, what was it? December 5th, 2012. Make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I second.
All in favor?
I,
Okay. Now, when you brought up, Karen, about our guidelines, what is the one? The city of Westfield, 1.11, punitive action guidelines. A, licenses in violation of reciprocal laws of the Commonwealth, regulations of the ABC, and these regulations may be subjected to the following range of discipline. First offense, warning to 3 days. Second offense, 3 to 6 days. Third offense, 3 to 12 days. Fourth offense, show cause hearing for license regulation.
Right, so those are the things we're gonna go over January 30th, right?
Right, that's
Perfect.
what we're gonna go over. I mean, there's other parts of it
Right.
too, but I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
doing the real quick thing. And I think that's it. I think if any of the board members have a suggestion,
That's the time they bring them up.
that's the time to bring it up.
Now, are you coming on January 30th?
I plan to, yes.
All right, okay, Andrea, you're coming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so all three of us should be here then. Because I've already put that in my book.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, they have the
But
dates.
now I'm gonna have to, like, take off the first Wednesdays of each month and put tentative, right? Well, really? No, really.
I make a motion that we adjourn the,
Well, wait, you gotta
Public
accept
meeting?
the,
we already did.
oh, yeah, okay. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I want that. That's a public meeting now.